I know it looks crazy, I know. Don't worry about it though. This is the wig that I got from Amazon yesterday. Hi guys, my name is Tanjali and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for clicking on my video, and if you are not new here, welcome back. I fucks with you. So as you can see in the title of this video, first of all, my makeup matches this video so well because my life is just clown central. If you are made uncomfortable by anything that is like human excrements or anything in detail of that sort, please watch my other videos because this is going to get a little bit graphic. As you can see in the title of this video, so I did actually end up shitting my pants at work. I was a full-grown human woman. And this happened like 2 years ago. This happened 2 years ago. So if you want to hear that story, stick around and let's get into the video. So this was in the summertime and I was okay taking the bus to and from work because it's just more convenient that way. Plus we only have one car and my husband uses it to go to work. So I was taking the bus to and from work all the time. And I worked as a hostess in a restaurant, like I've mentioned in a few other videos. And this was a high-end restaurant. Like, you know, you're expected to look proper, to look good, your face done, you know, to always just look presentable, especially as a hostess because you're the first person that they see when they walk into the restaurant, you know? Like you're the first sales associate they meet, okay? So yeah, that was basically me. And my job was just to, you know, give them their menus, give them a little bit of a spiel about, you know, what we have to do on the menu and wine feature and stuff like that, you know, just basic hostess stuff. So on this day in particular, because it was the summer, the menu changes a little bit according to seasons in that restaurant. They add a few things and take away a few things according to what seasons they are. So like for example, if it's winter time, they're gonna put more soups on there, you know, more comfort food because people happen to eat more in the winter. If you have not noticed, like they want more like thick, stick to your ribs type food. And then in the summer, people want light stuff like, you know, like salads and margaritas and, you know, like light summery food. So that's how the chef used to adjust the menu according to the seasons. And every time he did that, he would call the wait staff and the hostess because, so you know how when you go to a restaurant and you ask the waiter like questions on what they prefer, like let's say between a New York strip and the filet, or you know, such things. I talk about steaks all the time, like it's the only thing that I eat. I don't eat only steak, I eat many things. Anyways, that's just an example. So, and then the waiters, because usually have tried the food that you ask them about, they will give you an educated answer and an answer in detail because they've actually tried the food. So we always, even as the hostess, we had the opportunity to try these new add-ons because once we sit you down at your table, we're going to, you know, mention it. And oh, have you noticed we've added a new dessert to the menu? We are the first people to pitch these, to pitch the ideas to the guests that come in. Like that's what I'm saying, like we are the first sales associate that they meet at the restaurant. So that was the whole point. I mean, that is the whole point of the hostess trying out the new features because you want them to sell. At the end of the day, you don't want to add something new to the menu and have it not sell. Sorry. So it being the summer meant light, nice, you know, fizzy drinks and strawberry shortcakes and, you know, like summer desserts. I'm just gonna, oh, doesn't this look so good? Doesn't this look so good? Like this is, and that time it was a strawberry shortcake and there was also a cheesecake option. We had to try like a little bit of everything just to get a proper idea of exactly what we were tasting and what we would tell the guests, because sometimes people need help deciding on menu items. So that was the whole point of all of that. The strawberry shortcake was, let me tell you, first of all, even if I hated my job there and I really would never, like I would never, even if you gave me $10 million to go back to that restaurant, like I would never go back to that job. Like the food was absolutely undeniable. Like their food was so good. Everything was good. Like everything you got there was bound to be like the best thing you've ever had. Like it's just known for that. I remember like eating the strawberry shortcake and it had tons and tons of like whipped cream, and then I tried the cheesecake as well and I was like, oh my gosh, I wish the chef could just give me like a serving for myself. And he happened to like have extra, so I went into the kitchen and I ate all of it and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good, this is so bomb. Like my weakness is desserts. I don't know, I can't control myself around desserts. That's my kryptonite, is a good dessert. So as soon as I walked back to the host stand, and mind you, the steps to the host stand into the kitchen is like maybe 10-15 steps. As soon as I stood at the host stand, I started to just feel hot. Like my whole body, like everywhere that could sweat was sweating. All of a sudden, like everything was just, like I just felt like a rush of heat. Like that must be what a hot flash feels like. It is what I felt like, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then I don't know, all of a sudden I started to feel like my stomach like do a backflip. I really felt like my stomach dislocated from its actual position. That's what it felt like. It felt like my stomach did a backflip, and I doubled over like this. I was like, I started to like, I couldn't breathe. I was like, and then my coworker was standing near me. Let's call her Mariah. Mariah was standing right there, and she had had the cake with me in the back. And you know, because she'd never seen me eat desserts, actually, she was like, and you know, while I was eating, she was like, aren't you lactose intolerant? Because I know I've never seen you back here before. And that day, I don't know what happened. Like, I am lactose intolerant though, but it picks and chooses when it wants to react. Like, it doesn't react all the time. Like, I do not react all the time. It's very select few times that I will actually react to lactose. So this happened to be that day. She was like, oh my God, are you okay? And I was like, mm-hmm. And then the sweat that was on my face was hot. It felt hot, like it was burning my face. And then I started to like tear up all of a sudden. My eyes got really red, and I was like, I couldn't breathe. Like, I really could not breathe because my stomach was in knots. It was like in all sorts of knots. And then, you know, the pain in my belly, I started feeling like sharp pains in my side. You know, if you've ever gotten a lactose attack or something like that, like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, I started getting sharp pains, and I was like, okay, the distance between here and the bathroom is pretty long. Like, I'll have to go through the kitchen into the bathroom, right? So I didn't, because I know I saw guests coming in, and I told the manager, I was like, no, I told Mariah, I was like, Mariah, I'll be right back. So I just ran. I bolted to the bathroom. And then once I got there, thank God there was absolutely nobody in there. But before I had even gotten to open the door, everything had started to come out of my booty hole. Everything was coming out. Everything had just started to it was raining already. I felt a very hot, spicy sensation on my, on my, so that's where I felt like heat, and it was coming out, and I felt it on my pants. And as soon as I took my pants off and sat down, like, it was already on my pants. Like, there was a lot of it, you know, liquid hot doo-doo. So as soon as I sat down, I unleashed hell. Like, I'm pretty sure a demon came out of me. I'm pretty sure I lost one of my depression demons that day. Like, yeah. Because I sat down and I held onto the walls of the bathroom stall like this. I was like, because and then I started screaming like, ah! You know, I started screaming because I was shaking. Everything was shaking. All of a sudden, like, the force at which it was coming out was enough. Like, I felt like I would easily launch myself into the ceiling. It was so much. Like, it was crazy. I had to hold myself down. Gravity was being defied. Like, gravity would be defied in this moment if I let go, because I'm pretty sure I would start levitating if I didn't hold the bathroom stalls. And I was screaming, and I didn't even notice that Mariah had ran after me when I was going to the bathroom. I had no idea. She was in the bathroom listening to me do the most demonic sounds you will ever hear in your life. So Mariah was listening to me the whole time, and she knocks on the door. She was like, oh my God, sweetheart, are you okay? Should I tell Ben that you want to go home? I was like, Mariah, get out of here now! What are you doing? And I was screaming at her while I'm pretty sure some of my intestine was now hanging out of my body. It was now in free air, probably in the toilet. I may have had to like suck it back up into my internal organs were hanging out of my bum hole at this point. And I just had to yell at her, and she was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go and tell Ben that you're not feeling okay. I was like, fine, go now. And this is when I was crying. I was crying not because of the situation or anything. I was just crying because tears were coming out. I felt like I would throw up at the same time because it was so gross, but I didn't. So after she left and everything, after it calmed down for a little bit, because I started to feel very dizzy. And because I had lost, I think, so much water and I had lost so much water. So I was like, okay, I'm dizzy. I had to like remove my hands from from the bathroom stalls, and I sat down and I was like, okay, am I okay? Can I get home? I was like, oh my gosh. I looked at my pants. It's completely brown. There's no way I'm getting on the bus with diarrhea pants. The best thing about this story though, like, I feel, oh my gosh, the best thing is that I had an extra pair of pants, because this restaurant job was my second job. I worked at a, what's it called? I worked in a memory care unit. We have to wear scrubs. So I had packed my scrubs with me that day because I just left that shift, morning shift, and then came into my hosting shift. So I had a full set of clothes in my bag in the bathroom. But now the thing is, there was a dilemma. How do I get up from the stall and go into my locker without anybody seeing me? And I'm not gonna wear these pants again, obviously not. So I took the pants off and I kind of rolled them into a ball, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I really have to time this properly. So I waited for people, like there was no one came in for like 5 more minutes, and I was like, all right, this is my chance. I just opened the door quickly, I threw the pants in the trash, I went into my locker, and I had to like, I didn't even wear my pants. I remember I didn't even put them on because someone came in. I just put them on top of me, and then they walked past me, and they didn't even use the bathroom. They just walked right out. They walked right out the bathroom because, oh my gosh, the destruction that was done in that bathroom, honestly, like they needed to call maintenance. So after I put my pants on and everything, I didn't even go back to the host stand or talk to anybody. Like I just went to the bus stop, and this waiting for the bus was the most dreadful experience because I was like, oh my gosh, what if I have another poop attack in the bus and it takes me 20 minutes to get home? What am I gonna say if I poop myself on the bus? Like what? Oh my god. So luckily enough, it did not happen. I was just sweating and I had to like really clench my butt cheeks all the way home. I was like, I couldn't even breathe on the bus. I was like that's how much I was breathing, because I could not breathe. I could not risk loosening, or I could not risk relaxing, not a little bit. No, I could not risk relaxation. So as soon as I got home, guess what? I felt way better. I felt absolutely better. Like it went away. As soon as I walked into the house, I was better. I was like, oh, what the heck? I can go back to work right now, but I didn't. No way. But it was just the craziest thing. I can't believe I shit myself at work. Who does that? Of course it would happen to me though. Of course. Like who else would it happen to but me? I hope you enjoyed this story time though, guys, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one. I hope it didn't gross you out too much. And no, none of this stuff that I say in my story times is made up. Like I wish I could be this creative, but I'm not. So I look forward to seeing you in my next one. Bye!